to earn some prizes. Okay, I'm going live on YouTube.
Another hello?
Yes. Hello, YouTube! I'm Sophia. I am your host, and today I'm joined by my co host, Francisco,
Hey everybody, how you doing? Really nice to be here one more time.
and our guest, Heather. Hello, Heather. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Heather on Congregate Heather, and I've been working at Congregate 9 years.
There you go.
Nice.
And actually, thank you for mentioning that because during our last stream, plan is to run, which I always have a hard time like pronouncing people's usernames. I never know how it's pronounced because it's just like a bunch of words and letters kind of combined. And the first time I thought it was like planet something, and I just kept calling them like Planet So Run or something like that. But Plan is to Run asked us, how long have you been working with Congregate? My 1 year Kongiversary was on Pi Day, like March 14th, 3.14. So very easy to remember. But what's also really funny is I found out that Francisco also has his Kongiversary on the same day.
Yeah, that's funny. We are connected in many ways. We work together and now we have the same anniversary. What's better than that,
Exactly.
huh?
Right? So let's see what's new on our platform. So, as you know, we have been putting up a lot of new games on our platform. We've been updating games, and some of the new games are the one that we're playing today, which is Diebrary. We're really excited to play Diebrary. Like everyone was like, "Oh, I want to be on this stream!" Like kind of like fighting over who gets to play today because it's such a fun game. Another new game is City Idol, and I have been playing that one a lot in the background of work. And then some of our updated games are Dungeoneers and Raid Heroes Sword and Magic. So, yeah, and we all know how much we love Raid Heroes.
We love Ray Heroes.
We love Raid Heroes, especially when your coworker goes to your town and destroys your castle.
It was an accident, Sophia. We already talked about it, but thank you for the reminder.
I'll never let go. I'll never let go of that. So, something new about our live stream is that we're going to have some giveaways. So, if you are in the US and you're participating in the chat, we will like roll a like randomizer thing, and then you can be randomly picked to win 100 creds. So, make sure that you go in the chat, say hi, let us know what your Congregate username is so that we can actually give you those creds. And then I will roll
Little
the
detail.
yeah, exactly. If you want creds, you have to make sure you have a Congregate account that we can put the creds onto.
Right.
So if you don't have that, go make a Congregate account and then let us know what your Congregate username is because I want to give some creds away. We'll give 100 creds to 2 different people during this live stream. So hurry and go talk to me in the chat. I want to hear what you have to say. Oh, hi Heather, you're in the chat. Do you want to win 100 creds?
Can I win? I don't think I can win that, can I?
We'll
You're
find
based in
out.
the US.
You are. So, Francisco, are we ready to play Diebrary?
Yeah, we can definitely start playing Diebrary. Let me just make sure that we are live. Let me know when you can see the screen.
Ooh, I can see the screen.
Yeah, super excited about this game. I'm a huge fan of roguelike games, games that punish you and then you need to come back and get stronger and then come back to the game one more time. Is very challenging. One of the things that I love about Diebrary is that it's not just a roguelike. You can create different stories, and during the story, you can add some plot twist to the story to make the game even more complicated, which actually does and very well because the game gets super challenging at one point. And the other good thing is that you can share your story with some other players. Some players can try to play your story or your adventure, I would say. So it gets super entertaining. So my idea is to start like a regular game, a new story, and then we can jump into a more advanced story, and then maybe join another person's story to see how crazy the game can get. Right?
Yeah, that's going to be really fun. I haven't used that yet.
All right. So first of all, we have room for 15 stories. Those stories can be the ones that you create. Let me see if I got this right. Hold on a sec. Trying to square my screen for a little bit. Perfect. It looks better. We have 15 slots to create stories, or we can use one of those slots to use for the stories that we can join from some other players. So in this case, I have plenty of stories going. I've been playing quite a lot. And it gets super, super crazy. All right, so we're going to create a story from the beginning. It's going to be a public story, so anybody can join. The voting method is for the twist that we're going to be making in the story. A popular vote or raffle. I will go with popular vote, and the chapter length will be 6 hours. Okay, so we're going to create a story. So the first thing that we have to do is to select our hero. Okay, by default we got Elf and Ranghar. I hope I pronounced that well. That is the main character at the beginning, and then you can start unlocking some other characters. For example, we have the Kong Dog, and also we have the Barbarian. Okay, so we're gonna start with this character. We're gonna use these weapons as something that you can unlock during the game. By default, you start with the wand, but then you can start unlocking the bow, the boomerang, the spear, and some other stuff if the game gets in Steam, I believe. Okay, so we can start with let's start with a regular weapon. Okay, so we're
Francisco,
gonna,
how do you get
yes.
so good so fast at these games? Like,
Uh,
how did
I,
you unlock all those characters? I'm still just on the first character.
Oh, same.
back
I only
in
have the wand.
back in the day, I used to be a beta tester, and they used to call me from different companies to try their games. So I guess that's why you start getting to that rhythm of uh, I don't know, like I try to get as better as fast as possible, or at least to understand the game super fast, so you can provide good feedback. In this case, we start with this character, and I don't know if you noticed because I was talking at that point, but you can collect some XP orbs when the game started. Every time that you destroy enemies, you can collect XP orbs, and that will allow you to level up your character. Once that you level up, you have different paths that you can take. Okay, for example, in this one, we can call a bunch of bees that can help you on the battle. This one is gonna start upgrading your main weapon, which is the one. In this case, it's gonna greatly increase damage and gains 3 ammunitions. I'm definitely gonna take that one. This one is gonna also create some poisons. And with this one, only spark, if I'm not wrong, attack against small chances of ignite enemies. So depending on the game style, depending on the character that you're using, depending on the weapon that you choose, is probably the things that you need to select. In this case, we're going to use this one. And I don't know if you notice at the top of the screen, it says level 2. That's my current level. Then is the number of ammunition that I have. I have a maximum of 12 bullets. And after that, the character needs to reload. And then we have the timer. we have to survive, if not around 15 minutes in order to complete the story. All right, this little character that looks like a Chapulín Colorado from Mexico is a character that actually gives you some really goodies. So always, every time that you see that character, go after that one because it's gonna release some really cool things. In this case, it released a bunch of XP orbs. So we're gonna continue upgrading our wand. Probably gonna take this path. Every third attack is massively large and deals triple damage. So we're gonna take that one. Okay.
Wow.
So you notice that the third shot it's super big, right? That's the one that does a lot of damage. Okay, we continue level up. We're gonna start getting some other different upgrades. There is items, for example, that one is it's a magnet that allow you to get all the XP that you have spread all over the map. We're gonna get the beast in this case. The games goes like that, and it's escalated difficulty super fast. After a few minutes, you're gonna start seeing those like a little maps or documents on the screen. Documents, super nerdy. Anyway, so you can pick up those Excel documents, pick them up, and it's going to give you the direction for a pet that you have to rescue. So in this case, you're going to see a mark on the map. Actually, let me see where it's going. We're going to get some rats. Rats are going to help us now to destroy the enemies. Where is the map? The pet. The pet. Okay. You can see the little cat that is pointed in the bottom right direction. So we're going to try to go in that direction to rescue that little pet. Okay. The blue ones are XP orbs. The other ones are credits, which will help you to keep upgrading your hero. Remember, this is a roguelike game, so that means that you might probably gonna lose a lot. So, but if you start upgrading your hero, you're gonna have better chances to complete the different missions. Okay, so let's focus in this. I'm getting close to the first pet. So now that I'm in the pet area, I need to destroy 44 enemies, but I need to stay inside the area
Oh gosh.
in order to get validated.
This is like the scariest part of the whole game. Wait,
Yeah.
you just
That's
like did
actually
that
where I
without a
died.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I died there. It was not great.
So that's the first pet, and the pet are that little thing. You see that unicorn that is flying with me? Super cool, super
Yeah.
cute.
Is that what you got?
Yeah, that's the one that I got. Every different pet has some different attributes and bonuses. So I'm not really sure what this one does. I do not have time right now to trying to figure out what it does. But as you can see, we also have at the bottom of the screen, it's a space bar. That is the special ability of your character. For example, for this character, it's gonna release. I'm not really sure how to call it. Maybe you girls can help me. Is that thing that actually is going to slow down the enemies?
Yeah, those are the traps. If you do spacebar, it lays down a trap.
Thank you. Okay, that's the terminology. It's a trap. It's a trap. So be careful.
Now that is something that we're gonna screenshot later and share it. It's a trap.
It's definitely a trap. So as you can see, the game started escalating in difficulty a lot. I mean, the enemies are getting more and more tougher. There are different enemies. Some enemies explode, so you need to keep your distance. Some others are going to start shooting from distance. We're going to continue upgrading the rats. For some reason, I feel that the rats are super powerful as one of the upgrades. And now you're going to see that the rats are going to start destroying my enemies.
That was my mistake. I didn't upgrade my rats.
The rats are super good.
Yeah, I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
Actually, we just destroyed the first boss of the game. That was quite fast. We're gonna probably go with this upgrade. Every time that you destroy one of the bosses, you receive those red little thingies. I believe they're like a special orbs that you can also use to upgrade different attributes of your hero. So right now we have plenty of stuff to pick up, which is always good. I love games where they fill the map with things that you have to pick up. I don't know. I feel like it's super rewarding.
Yeah,
So
and you have to be careful because I love that one where it like all just like comes together. But if they like hit you, you let go of the things unless you get to the next level, and that was bad for me.
Yeah, it's super crazy. Now we have our second pet. That one is in the top right corner of the map, so we're gonna try to get there. There are different attributes that you can start upgrading every time that you level up your character. You can level up the weapons, speed, reloading time, cooldown, and everything. So in this one, we need to destroy 44 enemies inside this little circle. It looks like a cage battle from... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Those are the kamikazes. Those are really, really annoying. And they're super fast. Okay, so we got our second little pet. I don't know what it is. It's like a little magic carp. I don't know if you see it.
Oh, yeah, it does look like Magikarp.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. It's like a red little fish or something. That is the one that is going to continue
It's a
helping
little
me.
derpy.
So a
Yeah.
few more people just started watching, and so I wanted to let them know about the giveaway. So if you are within the US and you start participating in the chat, you have the chance to win a 100 creds to your Kongregate account. So, say something in the chat. You could even just let us know what your Kongregate username is, and then we can just be like, oh, hey, you're the winner, and we know your Kongregate username. And we'll like roll a random thing, and we'll be able to choose you or choose a random person as our winner of the 100 creds. We'll do that twice during this live stream, so make sure you say something in the chat. And then also, someone had a question for us. They said, Tankum, or that's their username is Tankum, and they said, when we guys have a Q&A session, and could we ask questions about Kong's acquired games? So, yes, we, like, this is, during these live streams, they're somewhat of informal Q&A sessions. If you have questions that we're able to answer, we definitely will. Of course, not everyone's able to answer every question, but if you let us know what questions you have, then I will try to get guests that can answer those questions on here, because I want to make sure that your questions are answered. So yeah, if you have questions, please ask. We're constantly collecting questions, and then once we have a good amount of questions for a Q&A session, then that's usually when we have a Q&A session. So please ask away. The more you ask, the more likely we'll answer.
Hassan says those brown things are EVs.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The game is getting a little bit crazy. We already have 4 pets. I was able to unlock a couple extra ones. And now in this circle, we need to destroy 70-something enemies, which it gets super challenging because I haven't upgraded my character in speed. One little tip that I can give you, for example, every time that you shoot, the character is going to stop, or it's going to start moving slowly. So it's a good idea that when you start getting overwhelmed, probably it's better to just focus in running, not shooting. So that will give you some extra time to move away from the big hordes of enemies. Okay, right now we have the second boss, which is that dragonfly, and it's quite annoying because it's going to start charging against us. But I guess we are pretty loaded right now with all the bees, the rats, and everything. So you notice that all the different animals that I have, I feel like Dr. Dolittle all the time. Those are the ones that are actually gonna do most of the damage. Right now we destroy the second boss, so we can pick up all these little things. And now the enemies are getting even tougher and tougher, because the Act 3 is 4 minutes away to end. Oh, look at that, another Chapulín. Let me take care of that guy.
Just ask questions, and we'll try to see if we can answer them. Already came back to bite me in the butt, because now Hassan is asking if there's butter in a Butterfinger.
Just Google it.
I Googled it. There's peanut butter in a Butterfinger, but I already knew that. I don't know if there's like dairy butter or whatever you call it, regular butter, but I didn't see that there was when I Googled it.
I won't be surprised, but you never know. Look at my rats now. My rats are carrying bombs. So
I love the rats.
I got like a kamikaze rats, and they're doing a tons of damage. That is allowing me to move freely around the map. Well, not freely,
Right.
but something like that.
Butterfingers do not have butter. They do have milk, which is a dairy product. They're not vegan, but there's no butter in them.
Whoa.
Yeah,
But there is
you just
peanut
learned something
butter.
Right.
new. You just learned something new today. That's great. All right. I'm trying to concentrate and talk and play at the same time, which is a little bit challenging, because right now enemies are coming from every direction. And right now, I forgot to say that every hero has a special ability besides the special trap. For example, this one, it's gonna little by little is gonna start targeting enemies, and those enemies are getting targeted or marked by this character are gonna explode, doing damage to all the enemies in the surrounding areas. So it's quite cool. I'm gonna show you some other characters later on. Some others are very, very difficult. For example, the Cone Dog, because it doesn't have any range attack. It's just like a melee direct combat, and it gets super, super crazy to play with that one. But this one is definitely a good starting character. If you can upgrade the speed a little bit, that would be fantastic, because right now we are getting a little bit overwhelmed by the enemies. We have to survive for another minute and 20, 3 seconds or something like that.
What's
Hopefully
your
we're gonna be able to do
movement
it.
tactic? I noticed like it's kind of like big circles, right?
Yes, yeah. Usually in these kind of games, I'm a huge fan of Vampire Survivors, and they use kind of like the same mechanics. So one cool strategy is to just create path and then come back to the previous spot so you can start collecting the XP. So don't move all around the map because of course it's gonna be difficult to collect the XP orbs. So a good idea will be to, okay, now that I finished this one, I'm gonna come back and collect some of the items that the enemies drop, and then I can start exploring another location. Right now it's getting a little out of control. I don't even know what's happening. I'm just clicking like crazy. uh, but hopefully we'll be able to, okay, we just rescued another pet.
Nice.
Uh, and definitely I'm having trouble with the speed of my
Can't even see
character
what
right
it
now.
is.
Yeah,
Right?
now here's the big boss. This is the boss that you're gonna receive when you finish the adventure. I'm trying to look for a heart because I need to regenerate. Otherwise, we're gonna go
Oh, there's
down.
one.
Yeah, I just noticed there's one. There's another one over here. I'm trying to. Uh, I'm trying to make sure that the rats and the bees are the ones doing the damage. So I need to focus on that so I can keep moving. If not, I'm gonna get stuck easily by this character because it's super fast.
Are those
So
green ones also enemies? Or are they on
ev-
your side?
everything is an enemy. Well, I guess
Well,
the really good idea would be to put a trap so we can
oh yeah.
slow down the big boss. But right now, there you go, we got it. And victory's out. We
Oh
just finished the game.
wow.
Woo! Okay, that was challenging. Something that I found super cool is that at the end of the story, it gives you like a form. How do you call it? Feedback form, or something like that. So you can review how was the story. Okay, so for example, in this case, it was just right. How do you feel about the this chapter in particular? It was relaxing, bullet
What?
hell.
Relaxing
Relaxing.
bullet hell? What?
It was relaxing, bullet hell, and funny. Okay, I'm funny.
Is
Anyway,
relaxing and bullet hell antonyms?
both at the
I
same time, exactly. Then your favorite weapon, your less favorite weapon, and you can submit that. So now that you finish the first story, you can vote in order to get a plot twist. So the game is gonna get more difficult when you play the next time. So for
Oh,
example,
what? No wonder.
yeah.
No
So
wonder.
So in this case, for example, the cooldown gain 30% cooldown reduction due to your brain, the big brain, but lose 2 hearts and 50% damage. So you're giving something away, you get an extra bonus, but it probably is a good idea for you to review every single one and see which one fits you better. Some of them are really challenging. Some, for example, uh, they do it every time that a new pet appears on the map. You won't be able to receive any XP until you rescue the pet, which is difficult. Again, I think this little thing is super good in order to make the game even more challenging. In this case, for example, we can choose this one. It's going to increase in 20% the enemies. So it's going to be more enemies on the screen all the time. So good. All right.
If you
So
happen to be noticing my facial expressions or Heather's facial expressions, it's probably because we're reading the YouTube chat right now, which is a lot, and I feel like I have a few things that I need to address. One,
good.
obviously, is the giveaway. So people said, "Oh, when does the giveaway entrance start?" I'm finishing my arena attempts in Animation Throwdown. Yeah, so the giveaway entrance has started. Please chat away, and during this we will have two winners. I'll choose one and then later I'll choose another. So yes, please chat away. i
Chat away.
will i will roll I will pull it out of a hat, not literally though. And then the giveaway will not end until I have picked the second winner. And then and it's in the YouTube chat. So please, if you're watching on Twitter, go chat with us on YouTube, which is youtube.com/ and then the @
Mm-hmm.
Kongregate Official and then /live. But you could also probably just find the live stream once you get to our YouTube channel. And then also, the real question is, are there fingers in Butterfingers?
I hope that
In
not.
most cases, not. There is a certain amount of like I think bugs and stuff like that you're allowed to have in the production of food. There's like I don't know standards for that, right? But most insects don't really have fingers, so I don't think that counts. I guess you'd have to get something in there like a rat or something. But I
I
think
think that,
very rarely human fingers.
yeah, rarely.
The
1 out of 5.
the main thing that we need is just let us know your Kongregate username if you want to be in the giveaway, because we can't give you creds unless we know your Kongregate username. So let us know your Kongregate username, and then, you know, do whatever you need to go do in animation throwdown. So please do that. And then, how do we feel about me rolling this while we've kind of paused the game a little bit to choose our perks? We feel good about that?
You want to choose the perks?
Oh, I want to choose someone to win.
Oh, got it. I was still
Yeah.
thinking about the plot twist that he made because so I was thinking about with the 20% more enemies, it's also 20% more drops. So like even though you're fighting more, you're going to upgrade a lot faster. So that one's like a really good one, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Let me
it's
show
a
you.
little bit of a perk.
Yeah, let me show you some of the stories that we can join. Main. So we can choose one with tons of plot twists. So you're gonna see how crazy it gets. And also we're gonna try with another character. Probably with a barbarian. The barbarian is carrying a spear. Super good because the spear is gonna go through all the enemies that are in the same line. But it's not that easy. Enemies get super close to you. For example, I was create a plot. Let me see my stories. I think this story is pretty good. This one has 20% more enemies. The second attack is plagued by panicky shrinkers. I have no idea what that means. It sounds super scary. Do you girls know what that means? Because I don't know.
It's one of the enemies. I think
Okay.
that's the name
Shrinkers,
of one of the
probably.
enemies. I don't know. They're all attacking so fast. I didn't hover over them to see what they're called.
We got the elemental metal, dangerous elemental pools spawn everywhere. Pools are more effective against you than enemies. Okay, so we need to start dodging pools now. Shambling tower will randomly appears around the world, endlessly spawning mount until they are defeated. Again, another interesting plot. Hostage situation. Pet ransom notes are now delivered directly to you, but enemies do not drop XP during the pet's event until you
Oh,
rescue them.
boo. I
Yeah,
don't like that one.
that's a dangerous one. So if you want, we can probably try with this one, which is called A Comedy of Beans and Bananas. Which
All
I
right, I'm
believe
gonna
is
find that one too and see how quickly that kills me.
yeah, try that one. A Comedy of Beans and Bananas, and we're gonna play this one in the meantime
Oh,
with another
Lord.
character. We're gonna use the barbarian in this case, okay? And we are gonna choose the boomerang.
As you start playing this game, oh my God, Francisco, it's doing the sound thing again.
No, the game again?
Or maybe it's Heather.
Probably it's Heather because I
Oh.
muted completely.
I thought I muted. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No. Wait a minute. I definitely have things muted.
Can you still hear that, Sophia?
I swear.
Maybe it's in your subconscious. You still remember that episode?
So you can't just mute the tab, you have to mute within the game.
Yeah.
I'm letting Heather know, because that might be the... No, I think it's you, Francisco.
The game is muted and the time is muted too. And it's loud.
It's really loud again.
Again? No, you're kidding me. All right, let me stop sharing for a second. Hold on
Yeah,
a
it
second.
stopped. That's
Yeah,
so weird.
if you
So weird.
mute the
Okay.
game in the if you go hover over the game in the bottom corner.
What I did, I mute the tab and the
Yeah.
game. Let me see. Hold on.
Weird. That's so
There's
weird.
this
I love how it always happens to you.
Did anybody hear anything that we were talking before starting the live stream?
probably
Oh,
not.
Yeah, oh yeah, no. Like
okay.
up until when I said that it was like suddenly really loud. Um
Oh, okay. I know what
yeah.
happened. Okay.
While this happens, I'm gonna start the giveaway. I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna find out who wins. Okay, DHA speedruns heart. You win.
Let me go to the
Let us know your Kongregate username, and then we'll be able to give you 100 creds and add it to your account.
That's fantastic. Are we gonna be doing these giveaways in every live stream?
Uh-huh. Every live
Super
stream,
cool.
every Friday. Come on
Nice.
in, chat with me, and
We're
talk
looking
about
for friends.
butterfingers and insects and chipmunks and Terminator and all the other things that have been talked about in the chat. And then you'll have a chance to win 100 creds, which is
Nice.
awesome. So keep chatting though, because later on in the live stream, we'll still give away another 100 creds to somebody.
Okay. Is the sound better now?
Yes.
That is so
Fixed.
strange. Yeah, for
Yeah.
some reason, after finishing the first round, it reset my sound settings in the game. So the volume and the sound effects were like a maximum level. Not sure how, but that's what happened. All right, so right now we play with the Barbarian. The default weapon for the Barbarian is the spear, but I decided to use the boomerang because for me, it's my favorite weapon. It's super, super cool. It goes and come back to you, and you do tons of damage. It's quite fast too. And one of the cool things about the barbarians that the special ability is like this roll that it does to get out of trouble. Let me see if we can increase the movement speed. For example, right now you can press enter, and the character start rolling and get out of trouble. It's super useful, especially if you use the spear because you're gonna be fighting against the opponent in really dangerous close combat. So strongly recommend you to get familiar with that. And it's also pretty good because you can it gets automatically available quite faster. And it's not like at the with the other character that you need to wait like a 20 seconds for the special ability to be available. This one is like a 3 seconds or something like that. So it's quite useful. And right now things are a little bit more complicated. Remember that we're playing in another adventure, so the enemies are a little bit tougher. We got 20% more enemies. We got those poison poison lakes around the map, which does a lot of damage to my character. And again, the game is gonna get a little bit more complicated. Sophia, which
Yes.
one is your favorite weapon so far in this game?
Um, do the rats count? Because the rats.
Rats are awesome.
Yeah, I love the rats. I mean, I was talking about it during our last stream. Just like I was literally just talking about how much I love the rats. And I actually had like a little stuffed animal. It's not a rat stuffed animal, but I was gonna put it up here where I always like to, have like fun little background art and things. This is one of our companions in the form of a screen cleaner slash lens cloth that I had.
Ooh.
If you go on Instagram, you can find the meme that we made about that.
Oh, we have a meme already? Wow.
Oh,
What
yeah.
happened?
Remember, it was like the unzombified companion and then the zombified companions, and it was
Yes.
like me, me before coffee. Even though,
Oh, I saw that one.
That's a
right?
good one.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's a really
Sophia
good
didn't
one.
totally make that up. It does exist.
Yeah. See? Like, sometimes I just make stuff up and see if you believe me, but not all the time.
I
All right,
can't
so what?
talk because I'll die.
Uh-oh,
This
I
game
was
is
just
hard.
about to ask you a question, but I can't.
I can probably pause.
All the
Oh
guests are
yeah,
busy
you can pause
playing,
the
so we
game
can talk.
actually.
You can pause the game. I mean, you can, but then you have to stop playing. And I found another pet. I want it.
Nice. That's a
It's the
super cute.
Magikarp! Oh, I need this.
I need my little magic carp.
Oh, I love the
Okay.
Magikarp.
I'm gonna try
How
to
Oh,
go ahead. Sorry.
Plan is to Run says, how does the wolf character work? Does he heal with attacks?
I'm gonna show you that one right now. Actually, let me die, which is not probably is not the point of Diebrary. Um, but that character is quite challenging. Look at how crazy games get with this
Whoa.
plot. You see, they have enemies coming from
Yeah.
all different directions.
Oh,
It
I
gets super
died.
challenging. But it was cheesy, yes, and it was just right. Thank you. This
Your
one.
only friend says, and that's a username. I'm not saying that you only have one
Thank
friend.
you. You just remind me that. Thank you so much, Sophia.
Your only friend says yes, but which character would do best on a quest to assemble an IKEA shelf?
Assembling a cash shelf. What? I got a little bit confused now.
So, which of these characters that you can choose would do
Mm-hmm.
best to help you assemble an IKEA shelf? Like, if you
Oh, the
only had
barbarian.
one friend, your only
Probably barbarian.
friend,
Yeah,
which one?
the barbarian. Yeah,
Ah,
he's
yeah.
gonna try to put all the stuff together, no matter what shape it is. Doesn't matter. It's gonna get done. I don't know the outcome of the little thing, but it's gonna get crazy. All right, so we're gonna go to this one. It has 32 people playing this story. It's
I,
very, very challenging. It has
I
tons of plots, as you
disagree.
can see.
I feel like
Many, many plots. Yeah.
Rangar. Rangar is the obvious choice because he's like an elven ranger. He's got skills and stuff. It
Mm-hmm.
just seems like he would have higher intelligence than the barbarian, and thus he would be better
Probably.
at assembling IKEA furniture.
There you go.
The barbarian can help you to disassemble the thing super fast. All right, let me get into this one. I'm gonna show
Hassan
you the.
says barbarians are unpredictable.
That's good. That fit my character, I guess. All right, so we're gonna go with the
Cone
cone dog.
dog. That's so,
Cone
not
dog.
quite a wolf, just a cone dog. He's just
Cone dog.
mad because he has a
Yeah,
cone.
it's super cool. I mean, that's a low damage, like a area damage.
Francisco, your music came back.
Oh, you
Oh
see
yeah,
that?
good. It is every time you redo it.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Okay, I just did it.
there
I
you
guess it's
go.
fine. There you go. We just figured out something. So right now with this plot, every time that we destroy the enemies, they come back into more little thingies, which is a pain because it's really difficult to destroy them. The other thing that I think it's every minute, the character is gonna get invulnerable for a few seconds, but you won't be able to attack either. So it's probably a good thing for you to run away in case you're in trouble. But for Condog, I strongly recommend you to go with the rats again, the bees, everything that is. Look at the enemies now; they're huge. No, they're too big. Strongly recommend you to get some upgrades that allow you to do damage uh, from distance because the corn dog, the corn dog does the damage in close combat. Okay, all right. It's a pain. It's a pain and it's difficult. You see, right now I cannot attack, but I can move around freely to try to gather some of the resources that are around the map. And now I have another special attack, which is like a super beam, similar to the one that Vegeta got in Dragon Ball Z. Super, super effective. But I think we're gonna go down super fast. I know this character is difficult. It's just the character in general is difficult, but going into this special adventure with all the plot twist is gonna make this a lot more complicated. Um, but still, I just wanted to show you how crazy Diebrary can get in just a matter of seconds. Just a few games and you're just battling hundreds of enemies. For this one, I probably will try to get the something that can increase the number of bytes that I have because it's super limited. I have, if I not run like a 2 bytes only consecutive before they start recharging.
Oh my gosh, it came back. It came
The,
back
the,
when
the,
you died. That's
the
funny.
sound?
Yeah. I mean, it's not there right now, but it came back right when you died.
Yeah, just like for a moment and then away again.
Yeah. I want to remind DHA Speedruns to share their username because without a Kongregate username, we can't give you the creds. So make sure to give us your username. In fact, if you want to win, I just feel like you should just comment your username, and then that way we can give you creds if you win.
That sounds like a good idea. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me try the barbarian with the spear probably. It's kind of difficult because it's close combat only.
Oh my god. This music.
Again?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yep.
That's your curse, Sophia.
It is. Yeah. Or maybe it's your curse.
Nah, well, yeah.
No, I confirmed that when I die, my sound resets too.
Whoa.
Speaking of which, I died, so you can ask me questions now because I am not currently playing.
There we go. So it's the last day of March, which means 2 things. 1, tomorrow's April Fool's Day.
Good.
So watch out for April Fools. Do
the
either of
warning.
you have any April Fools you're planning?
No.
Not this year at least.
Okay.
But now I'm gonna need to start planning something, I guess.
One year I convinced my boyfriend and all his brothers that it was Mother's Day.
And they
That's a
believe
pretty
you?
good one.
Wow.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And we were at their parents' house, and so they all went over to their mom, and they were like saying, like, "Oh, Happy Mother's Day," and everyone was like, in their head thinking, "I can't believe I forgot it was Mother's Day," and then. And then I was like, April Fools, and everyone was like, what the heck? They were a little upset about it because everyone was embarrassed because every single person in the family believed it.
Oh my god.
I think that just makes it better. I mean, if everybody believed it, it's less embarrassing, right?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
true.
that's true. I think once, like a long time ago, I announced that I was gonna stop recording videos on YouTube, and it blew out of proportion. Even some companies contact me and say, "Oh, but I thought we got a deal. We're gonna be working in this game." It's like, oh, okay, better tell everybody it was a joke because apparently this is getting a little bit out of control. So careful with the April Fool thingies.
True.
Can get kind of crazy sometimes.
Yeah. And then the second thing that means is that it's the last day of Women's History Month. And just because it's the last day of Women's History Month, though, doesn't mean like that we're gonna, stop talking about like women in leadership positions at Kongregate. That's something that's really important to us. And so we're going to continue talking about that. But I wanted to hear from you about, like your experience in the industry and what made you interested in working in the gaming industry and stuff like that.
For me?
Yeah. For you.
So I was an elementary school teacher for 6 years. Gaming was actually a hobby, and I was switching states. My husband at the time, boyfriend, had finished up his doctorate, and we were moving to California. and that meant starting over as a teacher. So that's last in, first out is kind of how it works. And all the positions were like year end. And I was like, oh, back to the bottom of the pile. I'm going to spend the next 3-4 years being riffed and rehired till I find a spot that I can actually stay at. And I was kind of stressed. And we were out hiking with a good friend of ours that my husband knows from high school, named Greg, who some people in the chat, like Holy, probably remember Greg. He was one of the first Kong employees outside of Jim and Emily. And he's like, hey, Heather, you're a gamer. Why don't you, like apply for Congregate? We have some, entry level positions. And I was like, huh, maybe I will. It seems like something that would be less stressful than teaching and also pay better. And then that would be fun. So I did apply and I didn't get the job, but they did like me. And they called me back for a marketing position that they were having a lot of trouble filling. And they liked me for that. And I had really knew nothing about marketing, but Kong was willing to train me on that stuff, and it was great. And 9 years later, and I know a lot about marketing now. So there you go.
Yeah, that's fun. That's like a cool story. I didn't realize. I mean, I've definitely heard about Greg. I haven't met him, but I had heard like that a lot of people thought that Congregate was like Kong Greg 8.
Yeah, it's true. Because he was employee number 3 after, Emily and Jim. So they did think that maybe the name had something to do with it. It didn't and doesn't, but he's a big part of the Kong history for sure.
Yeah. Wow. That's really cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And then, I mean, you kind of already answered this. I was going to like say like, did you always want to work in video games? Like what, kind of.
I never thought it could be like an actual career, I guess.
Yeah,
Because,
me neither.
Well, I don't know, like you see some people obviously work in gaming, but it seems like one of those like dream job things, and like, no, gaming is like something you do for fun. It's not something you get to do for work. So, yeah, did not plan to work in gaming. It just life threw that at me, and I said, yeah, that seems like a fun thing to do. Okay, I'm gonna take this opportunity and try it out. So, I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's really cool though. I mean, yeah, I mean, I definitely felt the same way. Like I had been working in, film, which already very much felt like similar to that, where it's like, oh, like you can work in film, and then like just like the whole process of like ending up at Congregate, like I didn't like fully believe it was real at all. Like I was like, okay, when am I gonna wake up and it's gonna turn out that this is all fake? And well, either I'm still dreaming a year later, or or this is actually real.
You're gonna come out of the coma and be like, wait, what?
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'll be like, how did I learn so much in a coma?
That's a good point.
that's
Probably not a coma. Aw, Holy says he misses Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Greg is talked fairly recently to him. He's doing pretty well. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Man, yeah, it's weird. I feel like I mean, some people definitely set out to work in the gaming industry, but I feel like a lot of
Definitely.
people it's more like they just like happen to get there eventually. So,
Yeah. And then, as you mentioned, you are a gamer. Not everyone in the gaming industry is a gamer, which is like actually kind of cool because, like, for me, I really like to make movies, but I don't as much like watching them. And I really like to play sports, but I don't really like watching sports. On the other hand, I like to, work in video games and I like to play video games.
it is weird to hear you say
win-win.
you don't like watching movies because I feel like you've watched a lot of movies.
Really? I feel like no. Like whenever I talk to, the VP of marketing, Matt, he he'll be like, "Oh, have you seen this movie?" And I'm like, "No." "Well, what about this movie?" "No." This one? No. Like I haven't seen any of the like classics, I feel like. I haven't seen Godfather. I mean, I did kind of lie a little bit. I do enjoy watching movies. It's just that like I much prefer to be making them.
I don't know how you haven't seen Godfather. That
Yeah,
breaks my brain.
that's my next question.
Um, I feel like that's your homework. Go watch at least the first one,
Yeah,
you know. But yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
The first one is a masterpiece.
yeah.
I don't know about the rest, but the first
Yeah,
one
the rest were
definitely worth it.
fine. I watched them, but I'm like a completionist. Like I had to check those boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's true. So, what games do you enjoy playing? What kinds of games?
oh, okay. When I actually have time, which I don't anymore because I have two children under 5, so they keep me very busy. But um, I really enjoy MMOs. I miss Final Fantasy 14: A Realm Reborn. Every time I see like a coworker talking about them in Slack or something, I'm like, oh, I want to go back and play so bad. um, but mostly I've just been like playing mobile games in my free time these days because it's fast. I play some board games now because my 4-year-old is like getting old enough to like play that. Like
Yeah.
some of them, like simple ones like Candyland. We play a lot of Candyland. We've been trying to teach him Splendor. I don't know if you know that one. It's one of my favorites. It's a little hard for a 4-year-old, but I just really want to play it again. I miss it so much. And
Yeah.
then we caught Catan Junior, which is like ages 7 plus, but it's not too bad. It's okay. And then but he's better at Catan Dice, which is actually not meant for kids, but it's just
Oh.
like more simple mechanics. So
Nice.
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
more what I've been playing lately. I feel like because again, my children ruin video gaming at this age, but soon enough, they will get the fine motor skills to be able to use like a controller or a keyboard and mouse, and then we're back to gaming again. Uh, I had 2 kids. That's perfect. Family of 4. We can run a dungeon. You know, I'll happily heal. My husband can tank, and the kids can run around being terrible DPS and pulling aggro, and we'll be like, "What are you doing?" They'll get better, but that's how I imagine it going.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
family planning.
So, I as we're ending the stream, I want to make sure that everyone knows. Go say something in the chat. Let us know your username because I would like to roll again. And DJ Speedruns unfortunately has not let us know their username. So I think, oh my gosh, Francisco, the sound.
That was too much.
So I think I might roll twice, unless DHA Speedruns tells us their Kongregate username really fast. But please go let us know your Kongregate username in the chat so that I can roll once or maybe even twice again. So yes, please go ahead.
I can't
Talk
believe
to
it's
us.
been an hour. What? You said the stream is ending, and I was like, wait, no, it's not. It just started. I'm like,
I know.
I've only gotten to play like twice. It's crazy. Crazy how fast it goes by.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
All right, so
So-
I just rolled once, and they gave us their username like whoop, the second that they won. So plan is to run just one, and then they gave us their username, which is plan is to run, so they get to win 100 creds. Yes, so go ahead, give us your username, your Kongregate username in the chat, so that we can roll again, unless DHA Speedruns gives us their username.
Oh boy, that was fun. Definitely fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I love this game. It's a really good game. I'm definitely gonna play it later today.
It is fun, and sometimes you have no idea how time flies by when you're playing. Like, oh my god, I've been playing for like a 2 hour. I mean, that will happen 2 days ago when I decided to okay, let me play a little bit more about the Diebrary, so I can make so we can do something decent during the stream. And yeah, I get stuck playing for hours. It's so much fun.
Holy, you did not forget your username. Also, the music's back on.
Oh yeah, Francisco, the sound.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, someone said that they forgot their username. Hurry, go find out or make a new one. Let me know.
I'm pretty sure Holy's name is actually Holy
Holy.
2334. Yeah, no, it's the
Yeah.
2334.
I think you're right because I've definitely seen them here and in Discord. Although to be fair, I forget my usernames all the time. Like so I had a Kongregate account like a really, really long time ago. I completely like it was when I was really little, so I have no idea what my username and password are. So I made a new one. But then I forgot the password. Like I knew the username, but I forgot the password. So I recently made another one. And then right after I made the other one, I realized that I still did actually remember what the password was. And so now I have two Kongregate accounts.
So there are tools in the admin tools, I believe. Like,
Merch.
okay, when I started, the name Heather was actually on a really, really, really old account that hadn't been used or logged into for a really long time. So I think they were able to delete that account, and then I just made an account with the name Heather. And that's how I
Nice.
got the Heather name.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
Nice.
even being here 9 years, Congregate's been around 16. So, you know, there were plenty of users before me. Anyways,
Plenty
in
users.
case you lose your username again or anything, you should check with somebody on that because I think there are tools for recovery or at least maybe
Nice.
deleting the old one and giving you your name back. I don't know. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember my first Kongregate account, which probably has like a 10 years. So I have to create a new one. I don't even know if I have access to the old email for that I used for that one. So
yeah, the email thing is definitely an issue.
All right. So I haven't heard back from DHA Speedruns on what their username is. So please, if anyone else is watching and you want to win 100 creds, let me know your username and I will roll again. Otherwise, I guess you can wait until next week. But why wait until next week if you have an opportunity right now?
Is it basically just anybody who says their name at this point gets 100 creds?
I
pretty
mean,
much.
I'll roll it, but you know, if only one person does, then that person, I guess, will win.
So definitely a win-win.
2008. Wow, Adrian.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, this is getting too crazy. I
My
love this
husband
weapon,
has
though.
a really old account. I wonder when his is from. Oh, I'd have to go look it up. But I
Any
think it's-
what are we doing in the next stream, Sophia? Do you have any sneak peek of the game?
I.
Okay, never mind.
Normally, yes, but in this case, we have surprises.
Oh, good. Even better. Good.
Yes. A sneak peek of next week is that you will also have the opportunity to win creds, so make sure that you come prepared with your Congregate username.
That's a good one. Yeah, definitely. Now everybody's gonna be ready for the next one. So you need to wait for a little bit for people to create accounts.
Yes. All right. Well, I'm not seeing anyone else letting us know their username. I can roll one more time and someone might win, but if you don't give us your username, we can't give you the creds. Um,
Who doesn't want free cracks?
but it's 11 a.m. and that means, well, it's 11 a.m. Pacific time, and that means Francisco.
I have a meeting.
That means I have a meeting that I have to go to. Yes.
Oh, meetings. No, this is a meeting though. This meeting ran late.
Yeah.
And then we keep playing. All right. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it was fun. It's been super fun.
I hope we get to play like a multiplayer game, and I want to come back for the Halloween episode. I am like nailing that down in advance. Don't book somebody else, I'll cry. Well, unless we're gonna have more than one guest. I don't know. Halloween this year is on a Tuesday. I know the live streams are on a Friday, so I don't know if we're going to do it on the 27th or the 3rd. I'm also happy to do both and dress in costume. Just saying.
There you go. Sophia, you got your guess already.
Yes. Yeah, I'm very excited. I definitely was planning like I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know what we'll play yet, but I'll probably die a lot.
It has to be a spooky game if it's possible.
Holy, did you figure out what your username is?
You're like, I just want to give you 100 credits.
I know. I want to give somebody 100 creds, but I'm not getting usernames.
Well, people
Maybe I can roll afterward. Maybe I can roll after the stream with all the people who gave me their usernames, and I'll just roll those people. Okay, I'll do that because I want to give someone else 100 creds because, come on, I want to do it. Okay. We will see you next week, Friday, same time, 10 a.m. Pacific time. What else? If you have like tips or tricks that you want to share with us, if you have fun videos that you want to share with us, join our Discord, tag us on Twitter, tag us on Instagram, tag us on LinkedIn, and maybe I'll say hi. But yes, have a good last day of March, and yes, and have a good weekend, and enjoy April Fool's Day tomorrow. Bye!